I got into the pool for the first time a few days ago, and I absolutely sunk like a rock. I tried some freestyle, one length of the pool freestyle, and then on the way back I tried breaststroke, I think it's called, and I couldn't breathe. My breathing technique was fully off. My legs were flailing around. I'm sure my body was in a horrible position. My head was too far up because I was trying to breathe in too much air than I was supposed to, or just at inopportune times. And it ended up just being a session to get into the pool. It wasn't necessarily a workout session. It was more of just a session to just show up and see what I could do. And beforehand, I had looked up a YouTube video or a couple of YouTube videos on, the proper technique to swim and how to breathe while you're in the water doing freestyle. Because eventually at some point, the whole reason I got into the pool was because at some point I wanted to start doing some triathlon training. I guess you could say that I've already started doing triathlon training now, since I've been biking and running and lifting and just improving my overall general fitness. But it's not necessarily triathlon specific training. It's more general fitness training right now. But later on down the line, I guess when I'm done with my thesis and I have facilities that I can work in to run and to swim and to lift, I suppose this might be after I start making money as well. Later on down the line, whenever that is, I want to actually start getting into triathlon training alongside some of my other fitness pursuits like BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which I'll get into perhaps in another video. And I know it's a lofty goal, considering the fact that I'm not a very good swimmer right now. This is the first time I think ever tried to swim as a workout. The only times I've ever swam have been just for leisure, just in the open seas, in a lake, sometimes in rivers, sometimes in pools, jacuzzis, ponds, whatever, but never for like swimming the lengths and laps at pools. So it was an interesting experience for me because swimming for exercise is something that I want to take up, considering the fact that I want to start doing triathlon training and do an Ironman someday. Also, if you heard that noise in the background, that wasn't me farting, that was my bed. When I was in the pool, it started off, I was by myself. There were a couple of lifeguards. I suppose they were just college students just sitting at the desk at either end of the pool. They didn't have lifeguard shirts on, but I'm assuming they were there just in case anybody needed help. And yeah, I was the first one in the pool. I was the only one in the pool. I didn't see anybody else there at the time. And so it didn't feel as embarrassing, but it was still embarrassing to get into the pool without knowing much about swimming and swimming for laps and swimming for exercise while those two college students were there. And matters got even worse when these two families came in with their children. They both had 2 children. It was very strange. I think both families, they didn't know each other, but they both had children who were sets of twins, which was mind-boggling to me. At least one of them was. I didn't get a good look at the other ones, but they were like maybe 5-6 years old, and they were just hopping in the pool. They hadn't started swimming yet, but for some reason I felt even more embarrassed when they came in, because I was thinking to myself, man, are these kids better than me at swimming? I didn't even see them swim. They just got into the pool with their parents, and I'm assuming that they were going to start doing swimming practice. By the time they got there, though, I had already gotten a couple of laps in, a couple of very broken, slow, unskilled laps in, just to clarify. So I felt like I had done what I wanted to do. I'd accomplished what I wanted to accomplish that day, which was get in the water and try out some laps, try out some swimming technique. But it was strange because when they came, I felt even more embarrassed than I was before, which makes sense actually, because it's not that strange because there were more people to see me fail, to see me embarrass myself. And at the end of the session, I'm sitting at the edge of the pool, and I'm just staring down at this swim lane, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't care how long it'll take, but I will conquer this area of my life. I've never been a great swimmer. I've been to camp when I was younger. It was a canoeing camp, but every kid, in order to do the waterfront activities, had to pass a 150-yard swimming test. My first year, I didn't pass. My second year, I passed, in air quotes. The subsequent years, every single year, I was cheating when I passed, because I would just swim over kind of to the shallow end, because it was a lake that we were swimming in. And when I was feeling tired, I would just tap the ground a bit to boost myself up. And I'm assuming that whoever was guiding my way didn't really care, and they just wanted me to pass because they didn't say anything. But yeah, I was cheating all those years. I think maybe 1 year I didn't cheat. I just did a lot of back floating to get myself to the other end. But yeah, I've never been a good swimmer, never been a great swimmer. And that's an area of my life that I want to conquer, especially if I'm going to pursue this whole triathlon training area of my life. And as I was looking down that swim lane, I just had this incredible assured feeling that if I just attack it little by little, if I just take on that newbie mindset, I will conquer it someday. And it was a great feeling. It was a great feeling to feel confident in that, because months ago, I've never considered myself a long distance runner. I'm still not a long distance runner at all. I've always considered myself a short sprinter, so doing nothing over 200 meter sprints. And now I'm running 3, 4, 5, 6 miles in a row, which is just nuts to me. It might not be crazy to some other people, but to me, it means a lot. And it's inspiring to think of where I came from to where I am now. And to end off, I think it's a Pablo Picasso quote, where he says, "I'm always doing what I can't do so that I can learn how to do it." I need to just keep repeating that in my mind, honestly, with everything I do. But the other day was obviously related to the swimming. Become newbies. Be bad at something. Learn how to do it. That's all it is. I'll catch you in the next one.